some kind of robe, but it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Hey! Here's that symbol that I keep thinking of as person. Considering that this is holy, I suspect that this is pray or prayer. Okay, we've got the holy pattern again. So, and go with the hito in the front. So, the other option for banished was buried. So keep that in mind. All right, so we've got this little extra bit, but if we ignore that, then we've got an exact repeat here, which means that this part is probably holy, or the holy bit related to being holy. So if I'm right, and this is banished instead of buried, then this could conceivably be pilgrims, since pilgrims go places. And we've got a symbol in common here. But that's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, if we're using pilgrim in the traditional sense of being a person who is going on pilgrimage, a holy pilgrimage, a trip having to do with their religion, then this could very easily be pilgrim. That does break the pattern I thought I was seeing in Emperor, where we've got holy person. But that was kind of a stretch anyway, and I was trying not to get caught up in that because it's not Japanese, but Okay, so the context is that it's a robe. It's several hundred years old, which means it's from the Empire. We've got a short word, 2 short words, and a long word. If it's a long word, it's more likely to be a complicated concept, I would say, especially since we've got what is probably water, and it's 3 half-size characters. I think this really must be something to do with religion or the goddess or holiness or something. The same with this one. So, okay. So these 2 are out, pray or prayer, and then pilgrims or prayers. Guardians is a more complicated concept, so I'm thinking no. Here is weird for a robe. If it's on the belt and it's like part of a group of clothing that was made for a group of pilgrims, it could be group. It's probably not prayers and pray. So if it's prayers, it's not prayers and prayer. So okay, so this is probably pilgrims out of the options that I've got. Oh wait, no, shoot. Except the loop is all about things repeating. So remembering could be a holy action. Oh. Okay, it's a little arbitrary, but if we've got a little dongle here and a little dongle here, so I'm going to guess that that might mean that this is also a verb. I think these are the only 2 verbs we've seen so far. And even if I got the interpretation of this one wrong, it's still a verb because the other option was buried. So I think we're going to go... No, I don't think follow is too general. Spell is too general, so it's not going to have the same problem as remember. So that's probably pray. So we pilgrims pray makes the most sense. All right. So the interpretation that came to mind was we pilgrims pray, but like I was a little bit reluctant to do that, if only because like that's an order of words that makes sense in English, and I'm trying to not allow my bias to affect me, even though of course I can't help but have my bias affect me. But um oh, we've got the same little fiddly bit. Guess this could also be a verb. Okay, so I guess I got to decide whether I think remembering is a holy action or not. I think I've decided that this is we. It's probably not here because it's on a robe. That doesn't make sense. Guardian. I guess if it's a talisman against, like, it could be, I suppose, guard this pilgrim while they pray, basically. But that seems like a stretch. I think I would have gotten different hints. I think it would have been in a different location than the belt. So I think this is a group, an order, or some sort of group of people that wear these robes. So it's we. Okay, I think given that we have this sequence in and we've got it's a person noun again. I mean, what's my emperor? Emperor. Okay, emperor doesn't follow. No, emperor does follow the emperor does follow the pattern. It's got the little dibbly bit. Okay, I think this is pilgrims. I think this is pilgrims. We pilgrims pray. A ceremonial robe, I suppose. Ah, okay. That's good to know. That's good to know, actually. That it both explains the emperor empress thing that I noticed before, and also, um, okay, so I can actually use word order as minor hints because it is actually aimed at English speakers. Okay, cool. Good to know. Um, I'm glad you're enjoying my linguistic rationale. Um, and yes, I should freaking hope it's not 100% English with funny letters. That would be a deeply disappointing.